Hello, welcome to Work Talks. So, I have a bit of a issue in the shop today. Um, I've been working on too many projects at once, I think, and it's in a bit of a disarray. As you can see, there's just stuff everywhere. So, we need to do something about that. And I thought that while I'm doing that, I would talk a bit about the subject of asking for help, with the ability to ask for help. Why do we want to talk about that? Well, because as well as my shop needing some tidying up, I think this is one of the things that I need to work on as well. And I've been thinking a lot about it. I know for some people it might seem simple, but for some reason it's not easy for me to ask for help. I think it's pretty normal to feel like that. It's something that I wanted to share my thoughts on, and um, yeah, hear what you guys have to say about it as well. I'm not going to talk about why it's hard to ask for help. I think that depends on the individual. It might be upbringing, it might be something else, and I think it's pretty normal that you have a hard time asking for help for various reasons. But what I do want to talk about while I'm cleaning the shop is like the things I've been thinking about, like the not pros and cons, but the things to consider in regards to asking for help. Yeah, so I'll start cleaning up and we'll talk when I'm not doing something else. I love this, by the way. For anyone who hasn't done French cleats in their shop, please do. It's awesome. Okay, so one of the main pros, I think, of asking for help, besides actually getting help, is the ability to admit your own vulnerability. Um, we, no one can do everything, and I think it's important that we are aware of that. I think, at least for me, um, I have a tendency to think that I need to be able to do everything myself. And while that has led me to do a lot of things, it also comes with sacrifice. So, as many other people, I have a tendency to be pretty harsh on myself if I'm not able to do something. Um, I'm the kind of guy that mm, thinks I need to be able to do things perfectly immediately, and that's not realistic. I know. Um, but that becomes a pressure over my head. And I think one of the benefits of asking for help is to admit to myself that I don't need to be able to do everything. The second thing I wanted to talk about is the relationships that you build when you ask for help. So, first of all, it means that you get to spend time with someone, which in itself has a lot of value. But also, it means that I can say to another person that I need your help. I see value in you helping me. You can do something that would be valuable to me. And besides benefiting me, me getting the help that I need, I think it also boosts the confidence or the self esteem of the person that you ask for help. I am indirectly saying you are valuable to me. What you can do and what you are able to enable me to do is valuable. So I think that's important thing as well. A lot of talk about asking for help focuses on the person that asks for help. But I think this is a pretty important part as well, that you're actually able to, by asking for help, state the your perceived value of another person. So that's two of the positive things that I've been thinking about regarding asking for help. There are a lot of other positive things. These are just some of the things that have been rummaging around in my head. What I've also thought about is the potential negative consequences. And I don't really think that there are negative consequences to just asking for help. I think there are many positive benefits of it, uh, two of which I've already talked about. But I think there's a potential trap in maybe being overly dependent on other people. I think the main potential problem, or one of the things that I've really been thinking about, is what I would call self-taught helplessness. So what is that? Well, for me, that means that you rely so much on other people, or at least you feel like you have to rely so much on other people, that you're not really able to take care of yourself. That you're not able to, or you don't have the tools needed to do what needs to be done in the situation that you're in. And I know that there are many situations where you need help. There are people that need help for a lot of things for various reasons, and um, that's not really what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is, for example, if you have psychological issues, if you have problems in your life that you need to overcome, I think that it can be extremely beneficial to talk to a therapist, talk to a coach. I myself have used both coaches and therapists in parts of my life that have been very difficult, and that helped me um, figure out what I needed to do, or gave me some tools that I needed in order to take care of myself. But I think that if you start leaning too much on um, a psychiatrist, for example, or a coach, or a trainer, or a friend, or someone who is helping you doing things that you can actually do yourself, and that may be psychological things, it might be things around the house, it might be a lot of different things, it might be at work, then there's a risk that you start disempowering yourself. And I don't think that there's like a certain point where you start doing that. But based on my experience with something like coaching, is that there's a core idea that the person that you're helping has all of the resources they need to help themselves. And that's why coaching works as it does. And I really like that, because then you empower the person that you are helping to figure out, or to find the tools that they already have, the tools that they need in order to solve problems for themselves. So, what am I trying to say? I think what I'm trying to say is that asking for help is really beneficial for both the person asking for help and the person that is asked for help. But I also think that there's a fine line where you need to be aware of the effect that it has on you, that you feel like you need to ask for help for things that you could actually do yourself. And I mean, it's not really either or, it's not black or white. And I'm not in any way trying to say that if you need a lot of help, then that is you overly asking for help. I think there are so many situations where people need help for a lot of different things. So that's not what I'm trying to say. I think what I'm trying to say is that you should be aware that the more you ask for help, the more you lean on others, the more you risk disempowering yourself and removing the confidence that you yourself have the resources that are needed to solve your own problems or to get the things that you want or to um, reach the goals that you have. So that's a bit of my rambling about asking for help. I got a bit of cleaning up done, but I think I spent most of the time talking. So I think I'll shut down for now and get a bit more cleaning done. While I do so, I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about these reflections about asking for help. What are your experiences? What are your thoughts? So let me know what you think in the comments. Share this with someone who you think this might be helpful to, or someone who has an opinion about this, and we can get a discussion going. I'm really excited to hear what you guys think. So until next time, I hope you guys are doing great, and see you in the next video.